Hello and welcome back to Harley Hope's ADHD and Autism Mess. If you're new here, hello and hi. If you're not, also hello and hi. The only thing that I'm going to say is that I am using these Apple earphones. So if it rubs against something, I do apologize in advance. This video is going to be on me talking about my experiences with the schools and the colleges that I've been in. So yeah, really. If you need to go and get something to eat or something to drink, please do that now. And let's get to it, I guess. So I will also put a trigger warning up here. My first secondary school that I went to was GSA. Some people might know this school by just the shorter version of it because of that. It also goes by that way. And I had fake friends there. There were these two girls, let's call them Layla and Tipsy. I don't know. They were major fake friends to me, and they pretended basically to be my friend all the whole of year 7, and they both also counted themselves as sisters and cousins and all that shit at least half of the year. So they basically lied to me a lot of the time, and they were basically like, oh, she's so gullible, we can basically tell her anything and she will fall for it. And I was flirting a lot with a lot of the guys. But I think that's because of mainly on the fact that I wanted to get male validation. And one of them ended up giving me their number, and they weren't in on the next day, and I was like, this is a bit strange. So I gave them a call, and they didn't answer. I gave them another call, and they picked up, but they were like, if you call this number again, this is the police, something. Can't remember specifically on what it was, but I was just like, fine, whatever. The teachers that I had, one of them was decently okay. I think she was my geography teacher, but I'm not 100% sure. And the rest of them, they didn't understand me at all, and I was just like, what's the point of me being here? Because I'm not learning anything. I'm just being treated as a vulnerable young teenager to the teachers, but also to the students, and that's it. My brother did also go to this school, but he definitely had a better time than me. People there also did like to piss him off and annoy him. And there was one time where there was a new PE teacher, I think it was, and these guys were making fun of him for some reason, and my brother ended up walking off, hurting himself. And I think that this is the time that he had to actually go to the ER because he hurt himself so much to the point that he'd bruised, or he'd really hurt his hands. I don't know whether you'd count this as SA. There was one kid that I did get. We were in a relationship, but this one kid, we did sexualize each other a lot. Because of obviously I'd never had a relationship before. I'd be like, oh, so this is a natural thing, whereas it wasn't. It was actually extremely toxic. It was just very uncalled for, but things are different now. I'm single and I'm happy, so when I was walking to the school and I met up with my friends. I told them about 3 times, pretty loudly, that I was going to cross the road. Did any of them fucking listen? Absolutely fuck no. And I ended up crossing the road. I had like my brother's big skiing jacket on because of I was told to wear it, I think, so it was raining quite a lot. And I went in between 2 cars, stupid me. This car came speeding around the corner and I got hit by it. The woman, she was very sorry, and like she was worrying about me for days on end. Without the skiing jacket, like I would have been in definitely some more pain than I was, but I just had like grazes and bumps on my legs. And when I was on the ground, I was literally just like calling out for my mum. I was in year 7, leave me alone. Grabbed my phone. Someone, like an adult, grabbed my phone and was like, oh, what's your mum's number? And I was like, I don't know, but it's like my mum's number should be in there. Luckily they found it, so I think the phone that I had at that point was either an Android phone or it was like one of the very old like slide up phones, because my mum used to have that when she was younger. And so they called my mum, and the only thing that I could hear, like if I could have stood up and gone, shut the fuck up to these 2 girls, I generally would have, because of it. It still irritates me to this day. All I could hear behind me was them sobbing their eyes out, crying like there's no tomorrow, and being like, oh, like we cared for her so much, we looked like she was our best friend and everything. 2 minutes ago, you were completely bloody ignoring me, like. And then after this accident, there was this group of 4, not naming names obviously, 2 of them bullied me in primary as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that because I can't really remember much from primary. But all I can say is that I had a high-vis backpack because of this accident. I don't know if I was walking to lesson because like, I was on time or if I was late, but I have a feeling I was late for lesson. And then like out of nowhere, these 4 people that I knew from primary school came up behind me and started calling me traffic light lady and kicking my bag whilst it was on my back. I was just like, I am so done with this, like just fucking leave me alone, just let me get to lesson, just fucking leave me alone, I'm begging you. But I obviously said that in my head because I had no self-confidence. But that was that school. That's as much as I can remember from that school, but I do also the next school that I joined from year 8 to year 9 was HG. There was, let's just say, a lot of shit going on there. I got bullied by 2 specific girls. They were nothing like each other at all. One of them had a best friend, but me and my mum called her and this girl, no, we called the best friend the sidekick, because of she never spoke up for herself. Like she was one of the nicest girls in the world compared to the girl that was bullying me. The other one I used to sit across when like morning time kind of thing, because of my 2 friends that were sitting beside me were like really good friends with her. So, and the girl that was sitting beside me was she was generally really nice. She just struggled to fit in because of she was very into her learning and stuff. Like she was a smart kind of girl. She focused a lot on her academic year. Yeah, I got bullied by these 2 quite a lot, and there was one point that she had annoyed me to the limit, to the point that I was like, I will fucking fight you. And she was like, go on then. Obviously, I got damn fell for it because I was fucking gullible and my mental health was just not there. And yeah, that happened. But I didn't like actually full on fight it, like, so I was a weak ass bitch. This is gonna sound so fucking weird, but I had made friends with some of the year 7s. All of the year 7 to year 11s were all in the same place, and there was a guy. He was supposed to be in the same year as me, but he went down 2 years, and this is gonna sound so goddamn weird. It's in my head now saying it sounds like oh okay, but it wasn't like that at all. And me and him ended up dating for a little while, and I had to break up with him on Valentine's Day. 2 people that were friends with him that were friends with me, and I got into a fight with one of them. I think she started her cycle. I obviously didn't know anything about this at this time, so I was just like, tell me what's wrong. So I was like persistent on people being someone's therapist. I ended up kind of like hitting her with my scarf. She ended up fully like punching me, not like, she was weak as well, but she like fully ended up punching me in the face. So we both ended up getting like detention, and I was like, why the fuck am I getting detention? She's the one that punched me in the face. The teacher was like, because you used your scarf as a weapon. I'm sorry, but like, come on. A scarf is a soft piece of material, and it can barely hurt anyone. How is that a goddamn weapon? By the end of year 9, I can't remember a lot from this place, but I have been told that I was a suicidal child. And I would have been about 15, 16, around 15, 16, maybe younger than that around that time. That's something that you never want to hear from your youngest child. There was one time when my brother was looking after a BB something. I took that into school. That's gonna sound so bad to the Americans. But it's because of I wanted like to show my mate Abby this. We were forced to not be friends, and we were forced to stay away from each other. Even though like after this incident we were completely fine. I showed it to her, and the only reason why I took it in was because of it was purple and it was sparkly. The only teacher that I actually think not fully but kind of understood me was the physics teacher. My mum and him had like a one-to-one talk about me. He was just generally really nice. Like he was like in the like kind of understanding thing about me with my disabilities. The rest of the teachers was like, yeah, no, I understand you, yeah, kind of stuff. And I'm just like, bitch, you ain't even fucking listening. Shut up. But yeah, by the end of these years, my mental health wasn't good at all. Like it was declining from when I began to when I finished. I don't know like if it's changed at all now or what. When I told the 2 of these girls that I was leaving this school, I kept on walking ahead, and one of them just went, oh, let's throw a party because she's leaving. And I was just like, I was just a really gullible child, that's all I can say. And the next school is GHCS. This one, oh my fucking god. This one was in a goddamn church, I think it was. It was like a church that had been abandoned or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. And then they couldn't pay for all of the damage in the place. So they ended up moving to a other different place, and it looked like a haunted house kind of thing from the outside. Like one of the haunted mansions from the outside, but that like within like a week or something that was taken down. Basically, let's just say that there were 3 girls that I thought were my friends. One of them ended up peer pressuring me into underage vaping. And another one, for some goddamn reason, I ended up finding out that I was bisexual in this school. And that I had a massive crush on one of the girls that was really mean to me. And then the other one used to, let's just say, physically hurt me. When she'd laugh or something, she'd like full on like hit my leg. And like, I don't understand on how the hell my body is so, I think because of me having ADHD, I am so used to me banging like my leg or banging my arm or something and not feeling it, to the point that other people can do that and I can feel it, but it just won't leave a mark. Okay, I will say that I was bad for saying this, and I will take the full responsibility for saying this. But there was one time when she full on pushed me with all her strength against the wall to tell her some stupid goddamn information. I ended up calling her something, not gonna say exactly what, because of it can count as being racist, but in that moment in time it was my quickest way out. I do apologise to her now for calling her it, because I know that I wasn't in the right mind to call her it, but like I said, it was the quickest way that I could think of to get out of that situation. And I then got an hour isolation for this thing, because she also went to a teacher of the same colour. An hour went by because I was checking the clock, and I struggle to stay in the same place for 1 hour without having something to do. Because of me being ADHD. And they left me in there with absolutely nothing to do, obviously. And then they left me in there for another second hour, and they had completely forgotten about me. By that time, I was bawling my eyes out because I was getting claustrophobic, my anxiety was hitting, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Someone should have let me out an hour ago. What the fuck is going on? I felt like a fucking prisoner. I ended up dating a guy because of peer pressure. I ended up dating another guy as well because of, number one, at the start, I was like, he's kind of okay, male validation kind of shit, you know. But then I was flirting with one other guy. He did something. It wasn't too bad or anything, like it wasn't like sexually stuff. It was just more like hard flirting, you know, kind of stuff. I told one of the girls about this, and she obviously went to the guy, and he completely lied about the situation. I gained a very, 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 thankfully, touch wood, best mate. He was a good friend to me. And like, I do have him on Snapchat, I just don't really speak to him very often at all anymore. We were friends with another guy, and there was a point in time when he would just come up behind me and literally, because I had like really long hair, he would grab hold of my ponytail and like yank it as if to go, hi. So I got a lot of trauma from this school. There was one time that I dyed my hair like a gingerish red, but then I ended up looking like a chav. This girl that I was friends with went to her brother because they were in the same school, and he came back to the class and he was like, oh, my name, did you dye your hair because you wanted to, or because if you wanted to look exactly like my sister? And I was just like, no, why the fuck would I want to look like her? She's like back then, I don't know if she's changed or anything, but like she was one of the She was like one of the worst girls there. And in the college that I'm in now, there was a guy that I used to be friends with, and he knew this girl. And because they went to the same primary school, I think, me and him were just going on saying that, like, she's one of the pick me kind of girls. And she has got epilepsy. But she used to fake her seizures a lot of the time to get out of things. So she used her epilepsy as an advantage. The teachers there, I won't even lie, the only teacher that I liked was a woman named Mrs. Skinner, and that's it. Like, I didn't like any of the teachers at all. The one that I can specifically remember for some reason is the RS teacher, but that's it. By the end of this time, I was basically homeschooled, and the people that paid for the kids to go to this school got homeschooled, but the people that didn't pay for them to go to school, they had to go and do something else. Anyways, moving on. I do apologise if that video did take a while to get around because of unedited. That last video took about half an hour to record, which half an hour normally takes me a whole entire day to edit. So the first college that I went to was Inspire, who I did really like. She was so sweet and so nice. That begins with K. The guy there I wasn't a big fan of, and my dog Clara, she normally adores everyone. Like, she'll bark at them at first, but then she'll adore them straight away. But with this guy, she would not stop barking at him. But that they were the only really two teachers there, I think, from what I can remember. And the guy, when like it was morning time and when it was like around, I think that we did maths in the morning, but I'm not 100% sure, he would like snap his fingers and he would like clap at you to wake you up and stuff. And I was like, bro, shut the actual, we will wake up in our own time. We cannot wake up to you just going. It was so annoying. The lessons there weren't too bad. They were like different lessons, but they were held in the exact same room, and then we did cooking as well, which I preferred to do the cooking part. The students there, there was one girl that I used to know, but she I think she has autism, but she has like the social side quite strongly. That's all I can really say about that. There was two boys who apparently tried to set the place on fire. There was a girl, and when I first met her, she looked like a fucking lesbian tomboy, but she told me she was straight. And then the friend of hers dressed the same way, but is gay, I think that's correct. I've seen the girl a couple of times outside of the college, and she still looks gay as shit to me. My second college, my teacher wasn't too bad at all. I did like her quite a lot. Like, she was quite fun and stuff, but when we were on the farm, like poo picking, I struggle with multitasking because of my dyspraxia, and so I was getting this girl to help me out with it. The teacher was like, oh, it will be so much more quicker when you do it by yourself, and I'm just like, bro, I have dyspraxia. My coordination skills are fucked half the time. Shut up, please. I made friends with two girls at the start, and then I joined another girl in, and to make it like kind of equal, and then I don't know if like I felt pushed out or like they were actually pushing me out, but it felt like they were pushing me out. So then I went to make friends with this other girl, and by the end she was just not it, let me tell you that much. She liked the attention. Then I made friends with these lads, and I told them what I kind of thought about her and stuff, just to kind of like warn them about her. There was one time when one of the lads and her were dating, and then I kind of like went, oh, can I ask like on how come you've been hanging out more with her than with us? And he just went, oh yeah, because you sound like you're being controlling at the moment. And I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to keep one of my friends alive right now. That's one of the reasons why I might sound like I'm controlling, but I promise you it's either my anxiety or it's me just like accidentally sounding it. Like, I try so hard not to be controlling unless it's me making a plan, like on call or on text or something. The mate that I had then, he had really bad depression. We ended up going to one of them outside theatre things for his birthday. His depression was quite strong. He just talked a lot about dark stuff, which I'm just like, boo, that's good for you, whatever. Like, if that's what you like to talk about, I would suggest you find friends that are like that as well, but kind of turn it into dark humor instead of just dark talk. But I had to like eventually let him go because everything was just draining my mental health. So there was a childcare class on the other side. There was a girl in that I was friends with, and she gave me Harley Quinn figures and stuff that she had because I don't think she wanted them anymore. And I really do appreciate her for that kind of stuff because I love Harley Quinn. But there was a time when she just all of a sudden just switched and she started bullying me, like not face-to-face bullying me, but she used to cyber bully me. And I made some TikToks ages ago. They weren't directly to her at all. They were just like relatable kind of shit, you know? She told the head that I made it about her, and I'm just like, bro, okay. And there was another time when she told someone that told the head that I said to someone that she was gonna punch the teacher or hit the teacher or something like that. And I'm just like, me just being autistic, I don't know how to respond. I was trying to start a business like a couple of years after that, but the business kind of flopped because of I didn't plan it out very well at all. She ended up coming through and texted me asking if I could help her set up a business. And I was like, after the shit that you've put me through, I'm sorry, but no. Then she said after that, I'm sorry for everything that I've done towards you. I really am. The only reason why I was doing this was literally because I had a crush on you and I was in a relationship with this guy. I don't know if she's still in that relationship or not, but she was in a relationship with this guy. But my brain was just like, I've had enough of this fucking shit from people because I've been bullied my entire life. That the last thing that I deserved to end up happening to me, but I just sent her a message saying, if you read this, just leave this message. Don't reply, don't do anything at all, just leave it alone. Leave me alone, please, and thank you. I also thought this college was going to be different because it's an animal care college, right? But when I signed up, I was expecting to learn more stuff about vet stuff and looking after dogs and cats and just random ass animals and stuff. But no, it was literally learning about how to give animals CPR and all of that stuff, which I completely understand. But for our practical, we had to go to a farm, clean up the stables and the little pens and everything like that. And I was like, this is not what I fucking signed up for, but okay. Yeah, it was fun being around animals, kind of, at least. Okay, now I'm going on to the college that I'm in currently. This is the first year that I'm going to be talking about. I had a lot of fake friends. It was just, the first year was extremely mentally draining, but I'm surprised on how the hell I even passed it, but you know. But I was drinking quite a lot that first year. And I started vaping again that year. And like just everything was just like kind of going downhill for me again. Not that it was ever going uphill, but you know what I mean. My mental health that year was not great at all. It felt like I was doing all the stuff correctly, but I was also doing other stuff at the same time that was not right. And I knew that it wasn't right, I just went along with it anyways. And there was one specific girl that was in my class. I felt like I was mumming her around, like I was being her mother a lot of the time, and I was like trying to get her to places that she needed to be, because I felt like that was my responsibility when it wasn't. I'm so lucky that I've found the friend group that I have now, because of God knows what would be going on in my life right now if I didn't. The second year, the one that I've just done now, the friends that I started with, I would say they are nice and decent people, but they weren't the friend group for me at all. There was one lad that I had a crush on, but when I found out his age, I was like, maybe not. He was like 16, I think, without me realizing, and I was like 18. I never dated him, by the way, just for your clarification. Worked my way into his friend group full of boys, and one of the guys was Ollie, my best mate now. And then I don't actually know where the fuck this girl came from. In my head, appeared out of nowhere, and like I'm generally just so confused on where she came from. Can't remember how we ended up including her in our friendship group, but we did. And now we've been best friends for, when it comes around to next year, in about, I want to say, no, it'll be around March, April, May, that kind of time, we will have been best friends for a year. The teachers have been so goddamn nice to me throughout the both years. They really understand people with mental disabilities, which I'm so grateful for. My last teacher, he looks like Chandler from Friends. My maths teacher that I had last year was called Daisy, and she is incredible. She understands me no matter what, and she has helped me so much. My mental health, which I'm so grateful for now, and I'm so grateful that nothing actually full on took my life away, because I have tried to end the timer of my life, if you get where I'm coming from, multiple times. So that's really all I have to say. So if you did like this deep conversation with me, please give it a big thumbs up, please subscribe down below, and please click the notification bell, because you probably won't be getting a video like this in the next good few years. Even me talking about it can be extremely tiring and extremely draining and stressful for me. So thank you very much for watching, and please have a good night, please have a good day, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.